The vibes, the music, the vibes, the music. Okay, we're turning her off though. She's a little loud. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and my my favorite person ever, Infamous. Thank you so much for joining me again. We've chatted so many times, I think, on just Tiltify content related stuff. So you're not new to this, you're true to this. So I'm super happy today. We're going to chat about Disability Pride Month and learn about the stigma around disabilities, especially invisible disabilities and so forth in this industry specifically. And of course, just in this world because it's something to talk about.
Yeah.
It's something to talk about. Is one of the perfect people to talk about that. And I'm excited. Happy Tuesday to everybody. My Tuesday was great. It's hot. It's 93. The last couple of days it's been 103, 105. So I'm grateful for 93. I will take it. But if you don't know who I am Ashley, also known as Miss Ash Rocks. In the streaming space, I'm Tiltify's community manager. I do all the fun community events, chatting with badass people like Infamous and so many other wonderful creators and fundraisers across the board. So, you know who I am. You see my face a lot. But if y'all have never heard of Infamous, she's incredible. So true to her content, such an incredible person, really real and, enough said. I want her to introduce herself. Tell us a little bit about you, content creation journey, and anything else you want us to know.
So I guess we'll start this out how I normally start this out. For those who have absolutely no idea for what I am known as the infamous test subject. Majority of the world knows me as Infamous X. When X, those close to me call me Infy. And if you think it's a good idea to call me Unfamous, I can drop 1,001 reasons why it's not. I am a content creator. I am a host and a caster. I am a cosplayer. I'm a mental health ambassador, and I am a mom. Um, I personally not only speak of the awareness of not just my illnesses, but also those who are physically or invisibly disabled, accessibility, diversity, and empowerment, to those us as POCs and those who are not open in space. I am also queer. Hello, how are you? And the whole fact that yeah, I can be an entire parent and I still play more video games than she does. So that's
And the
pretty much what I do.
and the little one is 13. So what games is she playing right now?
She is obsessed with Genshin. That is all I hear about. I mean, she has other games that she plays, but it is Genshin. I must do my dailies. I must get my pulls. The random yelling from the opposite side of the wall because she did not get the character. The yelling during the fights. So Genshin has become the new boo lately. That is definitely it. It went from Roblox, Minecraft, and now it's Genshin. So
Oh my
I'm not
word.
mad at it. She's actually because she's taught me so much, I'm able to support those around me who love the franchise. So she's even been like, Mom, you should cosplay this character. She looks and sounds and acts just like you. And I'm like, well, now I gotta do this because my kid said it. So
Yes.
that is gonna be in the works soon.
Yeah, they have some really cute outfits.
Hmm.
Some are a little, you know, but they be cute. They be cute.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
actually playing Genshin last month. So
oh,
it's a really good game.
listen, I just watch and Paimon. I know everything to know about Paimon, emergency food. Like that's what I know.
Paimon is something else. She is something else, okay? Also, chat, please make sure you are staying hydrated, okay? I just got this new Starbucks cup. She's cute. She's cute.
Ooh.
And it's metal, so it's keeping my ice still ice and not melting. So we love that. But welcome in everybody that's in chat. Marpek, hello. Tiff, what's up? And of course, Mocha Jones. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us, and everybody else that's rolling in. So, first, Infamous, I wanted you to tell us a little bit about the illnesses that you do have and how you operate your day to day life.
So I have been very vocal about it. I do have bipolar disorder. I also do have borderline personality disorder. And not too long ago, we actually found out that I have something going on with my valves in my heart. So these are all things nobody can see. And honestly, the heart thing came from not taking care of myself due to mismanagement of my mental illnesses and being wrongfully medicated actually at an early part of my diagnosis. Um, So a day to day, getting out of bed, getting out of bed, functioning. Um, I make it. I am what they call a high functioning because most of the time nobody knows
Yeah.
what's going on with me. If you see me in photos and streams, even in person, you wouldn't have a single idea of what's going on. But a lot of the times, I'm very, very anxious. My anxiety runs very, very high. At one point, I didn't even go shopping alone. My daughter went with me, my sister went with me. I right now, as he's sitting here tapping his tail on my foot, my community knows about my cat, but my cat is actually his name is Ezio, and he's an emotional support pet. And people are like a cat being emotional support pet, but because I'm very very paranoid about things and certain sounds. Like my cat is where I pay attention. If he's not moving, it's not real. It's not close enough to hurt me. Also, when my depression is really, really bad and I can't get out of bed, he is there in my face, licking my face,
Mm.
warming my body type stuff.
Yeah.
So even things like eating, there's my community will be like, did you eat? Drinking, keeping hydrated because you don't have the willpower to get up and do it. So it's a lot day in and day out just for normal, things that we don't always um, take into consideration. I can't deal with stress because of my heart. So a lot of people will be like, I don't really do well with arguing. I don't do well with drama. So hey, I gotta go. If I'm arguing with you, it's because I care or I'm passionate about it. I'm not,
Mhm.
putting my health at risk because we're arguing about the color green. Like I'm not doing it. Um, I will go off the grid social media because that stuff will take your mind to so many other places with things like I lurk a lot on Twitch. I'm often in Ash's stream and she won't even know I'm there. I'll get overwhelmed by seeing too many people in chat. My view count, like people are like, "How did you do front page?" I don't look at my view count. My mods had a command to say, "Don't speak about the view count," because knowing how many people are in there will we said it politely, like, oh, we want M to, entertain regardless of the number. No, M will freak out. M don't know half of the time who's in her stream other than her mods making all of the noises and sound effects. If you're not chatting, I won't know. I won't know you're there, but I appreciate. Like we
Oh,
love our lurkers. Uh
that was weird. We got you back.
oh. Okay. Well, hello, OBS Ninja. Don't you love me? Dang. I didn't do it. Maybe listen, we're just gonna blame the internet. Like we do
And he
everything else.
and he
Yes, and the heat. Yes, we're gonna blame all of that. But yeah, like or even stuff with my daughter. My daughter is in things in school and sports, and the very first time she decided to, have her sporting event, like I was scared. I didn't want to go around all of those people. And it wasn't, of course, we want to be safe in the sense of COVID. The school had made sure that alone was safe. I just didn't want to be in that large room, you know. Even being at DreamHack, two of my mods were actually at DreamHack with me. Um, like I travel with someone, in general because I know how I am and I know how I get, and a lot of people don't know these things. They'll look at it as that's just her, and it's not like it is me. But like I've had people be like, "Why are you on your phone? It's rude." Well, it's called fiddling. When you have social anxiety, some people fiddle with things. That's why they make fidget spinners, and the little clicky toys and all that. It was for those whose minds are going a lot and for them to be able to have control. So there's a lot that the outside of these realms don't always know about. And it's often stigmatized that, we're speaking about it for attention or pity. We're being lazy. We're making excuses. I've been told more times that it's not real. What you're feeling and what you're going through is not real. And it's like, it's very real for me. Or you're overthinking. Yes, I'm a computer all the time. My brain operates in 001, 001, 001, all, and it's hard to turn this thing off. Um, and for me to have two mood disorders, anything can, like, not anything per se, but
Mhm.
triggers are real. Like,
Yeah.
I've watched, a wedding show and just bust out crying. Nobody knows why I'm crying. I know why I'm crying, but or watching a horror movie, I'm fine. 3 hours later, what's that sound? Why is that sound there? Now I'm walking around my house. Now I can't sleep. Um, Literally just recently, I had insomnia Monday. Like, Sunday coming into Monday, I was wide
Yeah.
awake for 24 hours just because I had a situation go on personally, and my brain was like, no, we just want to keep thinking about it. You try to distract yourself, and my brain's like, no, no, we're going to think about it. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. We're going to think about it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. You got to go to work, and you're going to think about this while you're going to be at work, type stuff. So it's not it's not fun. It's not easy at all.
Oof, I can only imagine, especially with being a mother and having that responsibility too, and having to be there for her and pushing yourself, of course. And I know my mom, she's like, why do I always have to be on 10? That's what she said. She's like, why do I always have to be on 10 for everybody? She's like, I just get tired some days. I'm like, I get it. And anxiety is a thing. And um, with the pandemic, she got really bad anxiety. She developed that and we're still struggling with it to this day. It's just hard. It's just hard. And it's something that people go through. And wait, I hope I'm not dropping frames. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. And and people would be like, "Why do you have anxiety? Why? It's just a disease. You'll get over it in a couple days if you catch it." I'm like, "Oh my god, people are just so freaking horrible. They have no care in the world for people, and people do think anxiety is fake. They think it's just induced by the individual, but it's something that just happens. Okay. It could be anything, and triggers are a thing. Like you said, I know I have my triggers. We all have our triggers. I think it's important to communicate that with individuals around you too. Like, hey, be wary of this. This may happen because of this will trigger me. So, woo, I could keep talking and rambling because, oh my God, because this applies to every space you're in. Okay, your mental health, your disabilities, especially when people don't take the time to accommodate them or listen. Have you ever had that experience before, Infamous, where you just weren't simply accommodated?
A lot of the times. Um, for me, it's just expected to, you're a social person, so you should be talking. And it's like, I don't have nothing to say. I don't want to say anything. I just want to, sit back. Or I think the biggest thing is, as a content creator, I don't have the spoons to do what maybe somebody else can. And it's not to knock them. Like I said, everybody's story and struggles are different, but I may not have the energy to edit that day. I may only have the energy just to make sure me and my daughter can eat. You know, I don't want to reach out to people because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I don't want to, what I'm saying, or even on the sense of, like, I have a color issue with act, and I've spoken to, like, devs, or when I'm a part of play tests, I'd be like, hey, do you have anything that is for this? Just the simple. be able to play a game. I cannot enjoy certain like the game Control. I can't play it. I can't support anybody playing it because I can't look at the color red. As much as I love, like Apex, and Knockout City, I've asked, about certain accessibility things. There was a particular time during one of the Apex seasons where the something broke, like something happened, and my settings turned off all of the little bit of color accessibility I had. Also having to explain certain things to people. Um, like I said, I had folks when they didn't like, hearing I don't want to hear about my viewer count, still saying it, still coming into chat talking about it. I've had people ask, about my color screen, and even when I explain it, they're just like, "Oh, well, you should fix it because it doesn't look right to me." And it's like,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
goodness.
this is my game that I've spent
Yeah.
all these hours on. Who are you? Um, Also, like I said, the dramatics of things, I unplug quite often from social media, and that may affect certain numbers, that people, sponsors or companies are looking for. They're like, oh, your algorithm dropped. Okay, my algorithm dropped, but I didn't want to deal with this today because I couldn't. Or days where like I literally had to call off stream because I'm not good, you know, and I how do you tell somebody like I can't function? Like I can't focus on this. I've had people, and I'm very big on this, is like people coming into chats just trauma dumping. I've had people just come into my chat and trauma dump, and it's triggered me to the point of I literally had to like just leave my stream. Like I went to a be right back screen, and my mods are like, hold on, you know, or when we had to deal with the hate raids, like that's a huge anxiety,
Hmm?
that you have to worry about. I still have not went back and played the new Resident Evil because of that situation. Um, with my cosplays being attacked consistently about how I look, that causes me to have I already have like a body dysmorphia about myself. So I'm looking at myself and I'm nitpicking even more, and because I won't eat. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like now I'm in this mindset. Like for me, I don't have a gray. I don't. My brain doesn't have a gray area. I have to force this. My brain is like, this is negative, this is positive, this is good, this is bad. To force your brain to do something it can't normally do is more tiresome than anybody can realize. Like when I went to DreamHack, my anxiety was bad to the point that my mods knew, but they knew ways to make sure I was okay. But somebody else might have just seen me and seen, my legs shaking, or I don't often look in the camera. Like even right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm not looking in the camera. You know what I'm saying? I give the persona that I'm looking in the camera, but I don't like looking directly at people while I'm talking. And some people may take that as it being snide or, you're being disrespectful. And it's like, no, I'm scared. I don't know how to look at you. I don't know how to, it's or that when I don't have words, I'm stumbling over words, and people are like, "Oh, you're just so unprofessional." No, I'm nervous, and now I'm my speech impediment just from this. You know what I'm saying? How I can go from speaking so fluidly that my brain hiccups, and now I'm trying to speak, and it may slow down my speech, or it may cause me to stutter step what I'm speaking, or I may just freeze. So I've dealt with some very, 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 very sucky things. I think the biggest thing is I can't do subathons, like the big long 24-hour subathons. We did one for charity when I first started streaming, and being up for that long amount of time really, really messed with me. Like
Yeah.
very, very bad to the fact that I was almost doing unsafe practices. And I was like, yeah, no, I can never do that again. So people don't understand when I can't go long hours of streaming, it's because I'm exhausted. Like content creation and streaming is tiring. And then, like you said, I already got to get up. My kid has to go to school. I still have to work. Then I still got to do everything I normally do. I'm tired. I don't have the spoons like to go make, a YouTube, to go maybe make a TikTok. I have to literally try to set days to do that. So if something domino affects me throughout the week, about time my Sunday comes to work on that, I don't have the energy to do it. I just want to lay in bed and watch the Food Network. I don't even want to
Me
look
too.
at Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I'm today we are not cute. I'm in my sweatpants and I don't want to put on nothing. Like I don't want to do this. You know, it's a lot that that doesn't get discussed with folks. Like you just don't have it.
Exactly. I relate to everything you said. I just simply don't have the spoons. You never know what people are going through, especially if they have an illness, especially if it is invisible or it's dynamic. But I just need people to be more nicer in this industry. It's so hard right now, especially with the pandemic. You don't know what people are going through, and again, some things can literally trigger people or just send them right off, and they're going to pop off. All right. It was a cherry on top for them to pop off that day because you didn't take the time to be gentle. Like, be gentle with people, ask questions. I think people would be so grateful if people would just ask, how are you? What are you going through? What can I do for you? Is there something you're going through that I can help support you with, or I can just listen to you? What is it? And I think with Disability Pride Month, of course, it's a month. Hopefully, people aren't just only listening to disabled individuals for this month, but people need to start making accommodations in whatever workspace they're in. They need to make jobs for disabled individuals and accommodate them, okay, and whatever they're going through. Communicate with your employer about these things. And if they want to hire you, this is what they need to do for you, and you will get the job done. It's so simple to accommodate people because disabled individuals are powerful, they're creative, they get the job done the way they get it done, right?
Yeah,
You
like
have to deal with that 25/8. You just
mm-hmm,
accommodate and they're gonna get the job done. And like
mm-hmm.
Farrell said in chat, I don't think some people understand how dangerous trauma dumping in the stream can be for other viewers, for mods, and for the streamer. I know me as a streamer, I stress out and I'm like, especially if it's something that is an emergency that could be suicidal or anything like that, that is attached to the trauma dumping. It's terrifying, it's scary, especially for mods, being community leaders and guardians, because you want everybody to be okay. You want people to be helped. There's free resources out there to take care of you. So yeah, it's stressful. It hasn't happened in a while on my channel, but the times it's happened, I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do you do? Do I keep playing this game? Do I stop and pause and try to get a hold of this individual, or, you know, and
I
especially trauma dumping, even trauma dumping, you're
yeah.
just okay.
Even
How
even some even some topics just is trauma
can
dumping if folks don't know it.
yeah, yeah,
Like I
name it
say it at the start of my stream, like, hey, I'm aware of what went on. Here's
right.
where my thoughts is about it, but I'm providing a safe space. And we not talking about that here, other than me
You're not
saying
so
I acknowledge it. This is how I feel about it, and we're done. Like that's just it.
yeah. And I think a lot of people expect, especially when traumatic events happen to Black individuals, they expect all Black creatives to talk about it. We're tired of talking about it. And
What is
people
me
are like,
talking about it gonna do
why
for
aren't we
you?
talk? Yeah, I mean, you know my thoughts, you know my position on this ongoing traumatic events happening to us. We know what's happening. I don't want to think about it for 4 hours of my stream.
No,
Let me think about it for 4 hours.
let
That's okay.
let me for one moment of this day feel like I'm safe.
Yeah.
Period. Let me be
Be in
happy,
my
hang out
space.
with my folks, and play the game that I'm playing and feel safe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We all want to help people, but at the end of the day, we're not therapists. For real, we're not licensed. Thank you for the lurk, December. We're not licensed.
And I
Even
mean,
the
like,
folks that
like
are
even
licensed,
that are right. Like
even the ones that are.
it's a place and a space for that. It is
Mhm.
definitely a place and a space for that. You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
I know folks who are licensed therapists that are streamers, and no, unless they're having like, as a mental health person, as a person that talks about things, yeah, when I'm having those talks for those things, I now have the spoons, I have the resources, mods are aware that this is about to go down. I trigger warnings are put in chat. You know, we are letting folks know this is deep conversation. And if this is not something you want to be a part of right now, we understand. Step away. No different than if I'm playing a horror game and somebody don't like horror. I'm gonna give you these warnings. Why are you coming in here while I'm playing Fall Guys being happy, coming and talking about this negative? I'm being happy. Do you not see me? I'm being happy. Like I want to get my crown. Can I get my crown? Can like I'm playing fork knife. Like
I have
can I
no
be
crowns.
happy with my dances? Like
Off topic. I have no crowns, and I'm so sad.
so now we got to get you a crown. Is this what you're saying? Like we gotta okay, we gotta get
Can you just
hashtag get Ash a
pull
crown. All right,
everybody,
it's here.
pull everybody away from me, okay? Just push them off, pull them away. Let me run up to the crown real quick.
We could do it. We could do that.
We can do that, please. Yes, I usually play Fall Guys here on the Tiltify channel too, so you could join me, boo. You could join me.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that it's a really hard question, but how do we start to end the stigma around invisible disabilities in this industry?
Listen, listen and comprehend. You're never going to have your feet in those shoes to live it. And let's be honest, most things have put so many negative stigmas out there about things. Go listen with a clear and open mind. Don't go in being like, well, I heard, or my cousin's cousin, or I seen this on this show. Go in with a blank, clear mind and listen because one, they're all different. There's different people struggling from different things, and their lives are different. What I go through with my things may not be, matter of fact, I have an older sister and a younger sister who are both bipolar. We do not go through the same things. How would you know that if you didn't listen? How would you know that if we didn't speak about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you do not know about the illness and you're afraid to ask, because I get it, you may not want to ask somebody, you may feel like you may offend them, and that's perfectly fine. Go research. Be like the amount of times I have asked people, like personally, people who I know, first two questions I asked, do you know what I have? And they'll be like, yeah. Do you? Have you ever dealt with anyone who has what I have? And they'll be like, else they'll tell me yes or no. And a lot of the times, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. That's a lie because I'll get, well, why are you being so moody? Why is your energy going up and down? Why are you depressed again? Why are you, if you go on Google and you type in bipolar, the first thing Google tells you before it gives you a link is Bipolar is a mood disorder that causes this, this, and this. If you type in Google and you put borderline personality disorder, if you type in Google and put lupus, if you type in Google, if you just really don't know, we have a whole interwebs that can tell you. You can look there. If you're not sure what an invisible illness is, guess what? You can Google. It will tell you. Stop assuming you think you know when you're not sure. And like I said, there are so many of us, not just here on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit. There are so many people that are very, very vocal about what they go through with their illnesses, their struggles. Stop thinking it's an attention game and actually listen. And if somebody with an illness literally tells you, I can't, take that into consideration. Like Ash said, have some empathy. It's called empathy and sympathy. I can't do what this person does, but that does not mean I can't do it just as well or not better. If you give me the empathy and give me the opportunity to show you. But if you're already just closed minded about it because I'm not like this person or like that person, you don't know what that person has in their background helping them. And you don't know what I don't have helping me. How about listen, read my story, read my articles, come to these type of things. Listen, there's so many of us. And like I said, not just those with invisible illnesses, physical as well. There are so many amazing people. Listen to their stories. See how you can help them, how you can support them in a positive manner. We aren't talking about this because we want pity. Realistically, I'm scared. Half of the time when I talk about stuff like this, I'm like, man, this is not about to go good. Somebody about to use this against me. Somebody is about to humiliate me. Somebody is about to dog me. Like I am
Oh,
going down. There are quite a few people in my
oh,
life.
oh,
I
so
I
you
I
can block them. Let
I
me.
I I went through something. I'm gonna tell. We're gonna sit down and tell a story. I won't put their name out there, but I will tell a story. I had a person that I considered a friend. I let them in my home. I let them eat out of my house. I let them. Ash, they wore my pajamas and my wigs, and you know how he is about our wigs. Okay, so I this person was a friend when they needed a friend. When they left my home, the first thing they went and told people in the community that I live in, where I game with, she's faking. She's doing it for attention. It's not real. At that time, I wasn't even nowhere near diagnosed. I was going through. I am one of the few people in the world that I was wrongfully diagnosed, and I had a bad therapist. That didn't stop me from getting myself help still, but I'm honest about that. And this person used my illness, what I was going through, my bad medication moments, my depression moments to gain attention and to have people turn on me. That was hurtful. And even now, I still struggle to go and like I said, because this is here, I have no support from where I'm at other than my family, like my siblings and a few close friends. But the same people that were there when I started making content because of this person. And this person, a lot of folks know who this person, if you play a certain game genre, that's all I'm gonna say. This person, folks know who this person is. But folks have no idea what this person did to me. And I took that, and that's why Infamous runs with a crown on her hand and not her head. That's all I'm gonna say about that story. But yeah, it's a fear. You try to be vulnerable and be honest and let somebody know how you feel about your illness, how you feel day in and day out, and have them treat you like you're nothing. and use it as ammo against you, it
Crazy.
it and I tell anybody, I didn't ask for this. I was born this way. I've been like this my entire life, and as a woman of color, my family didn't always believe in taking me to therapy. My grandmama was Catholic. It was pray over the baby. I was scared to say, "Hey, my brain is doing some things and I'm thinking some things," because I wanted my family to love me. I didn't want to be exiled from my family.
Yeah.
But my mother was the first person when she knew something was wrong. Let me go take my baby to get help, and they didn't even really want to help me. So this is a fear to, like I said, a row of bad therapists. And you know what? Eventually, I got a good therapist. I got three back to back amazing therapists and an amazing doctor. So I'm never like anti go, go if you're not sure, go get fifth, sixth, seventh, go to somebody else until you're sure. And then once you're sure, then you take your steps to healing and understanding yourself. And then once you do that, you just gotta have the courage to talk. And I'm like I said, my my anxiety is doing the thing right now because I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna be taken. But if I don't do nothing but inspire one or two people to be like, you know what? I am going to try a little harder. I am going to be a little bit more vocal. I am going to listen a little bit more. I am going to educate myself a little bit more. Then, hey, guess what? I succeeded in something. So shut up, anxiety, right now. But I'm not going to lie to you. My hand is over here tearing my bracelet up under this desk. Like I'm over here like this right now
You
because
need
I'm nervous and y'all
stress.
don't even know.
You need a stress ball, baby.
Let me tell
Okay,
you,
that's what I'm
if
doing
you
right now.
normally he's around, but I keep him on my desk. But yeah, I got those. I got all types of stuff. My desk is a cluttered mess. So y'all can't see it, but yeah, I
Who
got
is a streamer with a
my stiff
clean
squish,
desk?
huh?
Who is a streamer with a clean desk? Tell me.
Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I appreciate you being amazing and sharing your experiences, even with your anxiety through the roof right now. That's so. We appreciate you so much, and that's so strong of you to do that still because we need people like you to share their experiences. And if we can uplift and elevate your voice as much as we can, we will do that because your story is important, especially as a Black queer woman. You know, you have you're Black, you're queer, you're a woman, three. And your illnesses that you go through, two or three, right? Like, oh my God, you are a powerhouse and you're not letting anxiety win and take over you because you're still killing it. But guess what? You take your breaks and you take your days off, you step away from the internet and continue to do that because
I have an amazing counsel. Like I
that's
have an
amazing.
amazing support system. Like and that's another thing. Like if you can be somebody's support system for these things, you have no idea. Like, oh my gosh, like the amount of people I could just hop in their DMs and be like, today sucks. I don't want to eat anything. And they're like, it's okay. It's all right. You're okay. You're doing good. Or when I am proud of myself, like, yay, I ate and I drank water and I did work today and I worked out. And they're like, yes, like having a support system, like a genuine, unapologetic support system is dang, I love these people. I love these people so much. Even if I can't be in their ears all the time, just having a like it's a nice like so like you said the squish ball. I have human squish balls.
Well, Izzy and Jess said it breaks her heart that you had a bad therapist and the whole story that you told was just awful. Okay. And Farrell said, stop assuming you know everything about an illness because you heard about it. Agreeing with you earlier. And Izzy, we stand infamous. We stand infamous. Yes. She's always speaking facts and giving us her experiences all the time that she's here with me, chatting all the time because we love her and we really appreciate you and your time because it's so precious, especially with everything you go through. But we're talking about something so important. So you had to be here, Imphy. You had to be here, okay? And you're probably still going ham on your bracelet right now. And
No,
it's
no, now I'm fiddling with my fingernails, so we're fine. It's okay. And the cat is literally now wrapped around my foot. So we're fine. We're okay.
question for chat. Do any of you have an emotional support animal, emotional support fur baby? And how does your fur baby support you? But Impy, we have some amazing causes on Tiltify that can support people with disabilities. Of course, able gamers. We have Cure SMA, and we have, and especially for causes that directly target certain illnesses and disabilities. Of course, lupus. Uh, Invisible Disabilities Association is really good. I love their the campaign mission. Envision a world where people living with illness, pain, and disability will be invisible no more. I love that. So we have so many causes that you can search up on Tiltify and support today at any time, especially for their fundraising events that they have planned too. So take a look. We have a ton of causes you can support.
Yes.
And also special effects too. So that's they directly target gamers with disabilities. So and they create inclusion and bring fun to those individuals that struggle. So, Imphy, did you have any of your favorite causes that you would like people to support that directly target people with disabilities?
No, I think you just named like three of them that I've already been keeping an eye on for my own personal projects. So I am very, I've always been watching and adore what able gamers do so very, very much. Um, like I said, and more organizations are popping up. And I'm happy to hear that they're coming through Tiltify. And even if you aren't, a content creator and you just want to support the causes, you know, do it out of your own pocket. And if you can't do it out of your own pocket, just make a post. A lot of folks don't know where they can help at. And like Ash just said, come Tiltify. Hey, here's their links. Here's their missions. Once again, another way to get voices heard and support out there because sometimes word of mouth is our best efforts. Quiet as it's kept, even if you don't have it in your pocket. You tell a friend that tells a friend that tells their cousin that tells their mama. That's how that starts. So no, but Able Gamers is definitely, like I said, one that has always been on my list for a very, very long time. And like I said, I don't want to steer clear for any of the other ones because they're newer to me, but they're still amazing causes. So like I said, if you can help them all, when whether it's by events or not events, by all means. What I normally tell people when they're supporting charities, if it feels from the heart, if you have people around you or someone around you that's affected, and you feel like this can benefit them, you know what I'm saying? That's where you put your heart to. That's where you put your effort to. That's where you put your dollars to. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal, but you get a different type of emotion and passion when it affects you, versus me just saying, "Hey, go do this because Emphy said so." Nah, I want you to feel it. I want you to be passionate about it. I want you to feel proud about it. So definitely do what Ash said. Take a look at what Tiltify has, research, see what the missions is, and if it hits home, if it hits the heart, do what you do. Do best at it.
And Imphy, what inspires you to the most to fundraise with your community for causes you're passionate about?
I I want to give back like a lot. I get fussed at about being so humble all the time because I'm just like, it's not about me. It's about everything else. But there's so many causes that are trying to help in the best ways that they can, and having that at one point, some things didn't even get acknowledged. You know, so for me, it's like if I can sit there and help, another person that's struggling like me, if I can help, another child, if I could help another human, you know what I'm saying, have another meal, have another night type thing. That's just, I guess, the humanitarian in me, I guess. But for me, like I said, it's like, especially if it hits home, like definitely as being who I am and having so much support that I've had, and knowing that I wouldn't have had a lot of things in my life, not just content creation, you know what I'm saying, like housing situations, schooling situations, stuff with my daughter, research, you know, with illnesses, invisible and physical. Like if we can have the science and the studies to, my illnesses are incurable, but maybe when my daughter gets my age, maybe they'll be more maintainable than just, take 70 pills and go to therapy type stuff, or if there's a cause that helps people who struggle with walking find ways to, use other things, or accessibility. If it's something that is sitting there giving us tools for accessibility, able to make more places to have these accessibility,
Mhm.
so that's where I be at. If it can directly affect me, I'm there. And if it affects somebody that is in my life, or like I said, I'm really big on like my daughter and my niece's future. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sitting there telling Ash before we started, I got a brand new niece. I don't know what in the world she about to deal with or have or do, but if I can kick in doors and help make things that when she gets my age, she ain't got to necessarily deal with, you gonna hear my big mouth, and I'm gonna take all the pies to the face. I'm gonna play blindfolded and be in every cosplay that I can to try to sit there and make sure my daughter and my nieces have things that weren't available to me: education, information, and science, and laws and resources. you know, type stuff. I had to sneak that one in. We're not gonna talk about it, but we know what we're talking about. But yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
That's where I'd be at.
I love that because yeah, you definitely give back. You do for others all the time. And I respect that about you. And I hope you take the same amount of time for yourself, Impy. You better be. Okay.
I
Are
am. I
you?
am. I am.
Okay. Just
I am.
making sure,
I'm
reminding
I'm
you.
I'm big. I can't. What I've learned is I can't preach something and not do it. Like when I yell at everybody, so it's like self care Sunday. I do the same thing. Hey, self care. I'm
Yeah,
going outside to touch grass. Goodbye. Like I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm buying something. I'm washing my car. Like I'm doing something that makes me feel better. So I'm definitely, it's a long road with that, but I definitely, like, I can't tell people stuff and then I'm sitting here like
exactly. Doing the
I don't
opposite.
want to do
You're not
it.
doing it at
Right.
all. Exactly. Yes, I love that. And everybody here in chat, I hope you take the time to do for yourself, okay? You can always support people and love them, but you can't always do it from an empty cup. Make sure you rejuvenate, refill that cup, okay? However long it takes to refill that cup is okay too. All right, just communicate with others around you so we can help you, accommodate you and what you're going through. It's really important that you do that because sometimes that weeds out some bad people in your life, but then it brings the good people closer to you. So it's like killing two birds with one stone, you know what I mean? So yeah, because that'll bring out the realness from people like, oh, they don't support me in this form. They don't care about my disability and accommodations I need. Cool. you can be gone. I'm very, very much get people away from me that don't care about me energy right now. So I'm going to stay on that energy forever because I just don't understand why waste my time if you don't care about me being in my space. Just period
That
point.
that's a message.
That's
100%
that's
check the ash facts. That's the
that's
vibe. Like if you didn't know what was going on, there's two things that I believe consistently, right? Wellness does start with we, right? That is true. But there was once a wise poet that said, and I quote, "It ain't nothing to cut a bee off." And I got plenty of scissors, some knives in there. I got a box cutter over there. It ain't, like I've gotten to the point that my energy and my time is so precious. And like I said, I need to stay stable. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't feel stable, and it's not always something personal, it may not. Here's the thing, like I said, I lurk in so many streams. It's not anything personal. I love seeing folks interact with their communities and laugh and giggle and all that. It's just I don't have the spoons to do it, but let me sit back and enjoy you do it. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I don't have the spoons to talk to nobody. So guess what I'm not doing? I'm not talking. Like it's fun. It's sometimes it ain't personal, but then sometimes it is personal. And I'm pretty sure some of those folks know that it's personal type stuff. And if you don't, here's my DMs. How about you ask if it's personal? Because assuming makes a donkey out of you, not me, because I'm not assuming nothing. I probably don't even remember half the time because my brain is doing 1,004 things in 5 seconds. Like, I'm just trying to function. So,
I can
but
relate. Well, chat. I appreciate y'all engaging with us and chatting with us and hug your fur babies at night. And take care of yourselves. And just know that there are so many different disabilities. Okay. We have arthritis, dyslexia, deafness, autism, blindness, anxiety, ADHD, depression. All right. Fibromyalgia. So many. That's just a few. That's just a few. So don't
them just
assume.
the ones they put on job applications.
Right. Right. So just don't assume you know what somebody's going through. Again, disabilities are dynamic or they're invisible. All right. Take the time to ask questions and accommodate people in your spaces. And some things you can do, take a look at the font you're using. Make sure you're using a font that is friendly to dyslexic people. Okay. Just be accommodating of people that are in pain and can't get out of bed that day because fibromyalgia, it is difficult to live with on a daily basis. They just can't do it that day. Don't ask why. Don't ask why unless you don't know of their situation. But don't ask, well, why can't you? Can't you just take some medicine and be okay? No, I can't. I could take my medicine, but I'm still going to feel the effects. It just everybody has a different experience with all these different disabilities that exist in our world. So be mindful of that, and I hope you learned a little bit from Imphy today, and you listened to her story and her experiences because it's really, really important, and we appreciate her time today. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. You're beautiful. I love you all so much. Thank you for chatting with us. Well, our next stream is on Thursday. We're chatting with Charity Water and the lovely Poop Witch that is a powerhouse in charity fundraising on Tiltify. Absolutely incredible. And Imphy, if do you have any upcoming events right now that you want to share that people can help support and elevate?
So I will actually be casting the Apex tournament for Benefit Cosmetics this Saturday.
Oh,
Um, So I'll be doing that. I have another surprise at the end of the month that I can't announce, but pay attention to my social medias. And as always, my Real and Makeup episodes and installments go on once a month, normally towards the end of the month. But I have a surprise for next month. You guys are getting two installments, and I can't wait for y'all to see the group of guests that I have for both of those installments. So definitely make sure, if you're not following my channel or my socials, make sure you do that so you can see, well, who is going to be involved with both of these sets of guests. Because then we're gonna take September off to celebrate Pants Day, which is my daughter's birthday. So we got to we're gonna drop some goodies on y'all before we stop for real to make up for a month, and then come back with some powerhouse stuff for the holidays. So that's pretty much it of all I can talk about at the moment. But that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you, my dear. And where can everybody find you on socials as well?
I am literally across the board everywhere. I am FAMOUS X1X, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I don't post anything on Facebook, but it's a Facebook there. And if you're never not sure of where to find me, you can literally go to infamousx1x.com. You can see what's going on, go to links, and also see, if you never catch the episode of Real and Makeup, you can go see the past looks and the past episodes to catch yourself up, so you'll be aware of what we do there. And even if you need to contact me for something, there's a form there, and also access to my store. So yeah,
Thank you, my dear. Make sure you all go follow Infamous, keep up with her content, all the amazing things she has planned. And also, you can click our Control Plus Stream Kit extension to follow her directly on Twitch and myself if you want. I am very vulgar on my channel, so just a heads up. Okay.
I'm,
Like,
my channel is rated M.
rated
For you might feel, I'm not sure yet, but depending on what the stream is, it is rated M. Now, just same as
M.
Ash, I am a mature content streamer unless otherwise instructed that I need to be well behaved. I have a kid. I do not entertain for kids, but we love the kids though.
Not a
We
key.
love the kids, but no.
Pop. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Izzy. And thank you, Infamous. Thank you, everybody that hung out today. All right, let's go raid. I already have somebody that we're going to raid too. Um, and I'm really excited because Korean Cheese just got signed to CLG. Okay. Oh, what?
My EA content brother.
Your EA content brother.
My
Yes.
EA
Please.
content creator brother, my Apex brother. Let's
Yes.
the love, the love.
And he just came back from ALGS. So let's go give him some love. He's playing some Apex right now. We have our raid message. And if you want to spice up that raid message with your own emote, you could do that too. Okay. So let's go drop this raid over to Kareem. We love Kareem. He's incredible. And I'm so proud of everything he's doing as a creator, getting signed and oh, like I've been waiting for him to be signed because it was overdue. If I'm being honest, but it's okay. Everything happens at the perfect reason or perfect time for a reason. So let's go give some love to Kareem. Make sure y'all copy that raid message. Let's go drop some love. And thank you, Imphy, again. I'm sure we'll see you again here on the channel soon, my love. And
Thank
everybody
you
have a
again for
great
having me.
day. Of course. Everybody stay cool because it just went up 3 degrees here. So now it's 96. I'm going to go cry now. So great. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.